Hello everyone. In this video I will be discussing about one of the topic of multimedia, that is advanced animation technique, and myself Miss Survi Saroha. So without any delay I should start with the video.
Advanced Animation Techniques, Guilford County Civis V204.02. Animation is giving movement to drawings or objects. Two types of animation: student-generated animation, computer-generated animation. Student-generated animation. Students can manually transform, move, and slash or modify 3D objects. Students can manually set animation parameters. Student-generated manual animation changes will create keyframes. Keyframes are frames that demonstrate major action. A computer will fill in the frames between each keyframe. These filled-in frames are called tweets. This process sped up the animation industry greatly since all of the frames did not have to be hand-drawn. Tweens keyframes. Example: Frame 1 is a keyframe set by the student, teapot on a table. Frame 100 is a keyframe set by the student, teapot on the floor. Frames 2 to 99 are filled in by the computer and are called tweets. Animation, student-generated. Keyframe #1 Keyframe #100 Animation, student-generated. Animation, student-generated. Students can insert and delete keyframes in appropriate locations. Students can move and copy keyframes to appropriate locations. Movements into and out of keyframes can be controlled. Imagine a ball bouncing on the floor. The movement of the ball is not smooth since the ball slows as it nears the top of its path and speeds up as it bounces. This effect can be achieved by editing these movements in and out of the keyframes. Pivot points, axis origin, can be adjusted. Example: a door hinge has a pivot point on the side of the door. The door's pivot point needs to be moved from the default center to the edge. Default pivot point. New pivot point. Animation, student-generated. Animation, computer-generated. Students can apply computer-generated transformations, movements, and slash or modifications of 3D objects. Students can apply computer-generated settings of animation parameters. Morphing is changing an object's geometry from one shape to another. Used for facial animation. Blends from one object into another object. Materials can also be morphed. Animation, computer-generated. Controllers can add animation. An object can be made to follow a path in a path controller. Animation can simulate environmental effects such as detonation, gravity, water movement, and flag waving. Particles can be rendered. Particles can include sprays, rain, or snow. It's raining teapots. Animation, computer-generated. Timeline for 3D animation. Frame rate is the number of frames used in an animation and how fast they will.
Timeline for 3D animation. Frame rate is the number of frames used in an animation and how fast they will run. Students can lengthen or shorten an animation by adding or subtracting frames. Students can make adjustments to keyframes by editing purposes. So I feel this video is beneficial to you. In this I have discussed about animations. Thank you and have a nice day.